everybody, and welcome back. This is the DreamHack Denver Quake Championship Sacrifice Qualifier. We've just gone through our European competition to find out who's going into Denver for DreamHack, and we're now about to find out who's going to make it through from a North American side. And because it is North America, of course, we have Team Liquid lying in wait to play, and they're going up against Modus, Operandi. Now, we're still going through our map selection, so we're not quite ready for the match just yet, but Team Liquid, I mean, they had one hell of a performance at QuakeCon. The strongest North American team, I think everyone expected them to be, but, you know, there are some real star players, not just in Quake Champions, but in all of Quake in that lineup.
I mean, they were able to, they had a good performance overall, even against Not Too Fast, who was seen to be like, you know, it really was very much the opinion that 2Z were the favourite to win and Not Too Fast were going to be second place. That was kind of everyone's predictions going into QWC, and Team Liquid came along, and even though they did ultimately fall, they did very well on the way, like way better than people were expecting. And I mean, but in hindsight, it's not really a huge surprise. You look at the players they have on the team, and it's kind of like, well, I mean, yeah, they've played a lot of Quake. You know, even DaHanG in Duel was able to get a very respectable place in the Duel Cup this year. So knowing that they have these amazing players on the team, and obviously Rapha being that QuakeCon legendary player, right? If you've watched QuakeCon, you probably know who Rapha is by this point. But now, obviously, we know these guys are going to be playing the best they can.
But we can see the lineup. I mean, an automatic name I see on Modus Operandi is actually Sane. Sane qualifying for the Duel tournament at Denver as well, so he's going to be really happy with that. But there are some players here that if you weren't invited and you had to qualify, and you actually qualify through placing in both Duel and Sacrifice, that's like the biggest buzz you could have going into the LAN is, I wasn't invited, but I qualified through both tournaments by just winning. You know, because then that's going to show you that I am dangerous going into this tournament.
But also, on the side of Liquid, we have whaz, who we saw yesterday was most notably for when he was playing really well. His accuracy on rails were like
Disgusting.
Disgusting indeed.
But
also, it looks like Rapha might be going in for Doomslayer here.
Now, Rapha's actually, obviously Rapha being a very prominent streamer, and many people's actually favourite Quake streamer because when he streams the game, and it's quite actually a personal thing as well, is when you watch Rapha play, he explains just everything and anything. So if you're trying to learn the game, if you feel like a newcomer to Quake,
if you're trying to learn Quake, watch Rapha. That is all there is to it. If you want to learn the game, you want to learn how to play at a high level, even a basic level, watch Rapha play. Because
but he has been
everything.
Streaming so much Doomslayer. Like a heaping ton of Doomslayer. So this is going to be a champion that he's like, you know, his fingers are still fresh, ready to go. You know, he's going to be very aware of what to do with this champion. And our first match being Tempest Shrine, it's kind of like, you know, in with the new for this series. We've got Doomslayer being picked up. It's going to be Tempest Shrine immediately. I'm expecting good things from this game. And it's North America. You know, some of these teams, they do approach Sacrifice a little bit differently. They have, you know, some players are a bit more passive, some are a bit more aggressive as well, a lot more aggressive in some cases. Interested to see what these guys bring to the table.
Well, I mean, I'm just happy that we are getting to see Tempest Shrine 2 sets back to back, because I think it's personally, I think it's a really fun map to watch. Sort of first off, especially when you get moments like the ending of the one we just saw, right? That sort of triple kill, quad damage gauntlet.
Close your eyes, gauntlet out. Everyone just runs into you and just
I mean, it was brilliant.
When is the point? When is the point where we get the gauntlet skin swapped out with a Doom chainsaw? So
that's
Doom
what I want to see. I want to see.
Do that.
Do one of those swap
disgusting.
skins with a gauntlet, only it's the Doom chainsaw instead. That goes in the middle of the screen and you just go like...
So we've got 30 seconds left. That was a great chainsaw, by the way. I would have done better. But we have 25 seconds left on this warm-up. I think Team Liquid are definitely going into this, as always, as the favourites because they had such an amazing, you know, showing at the Quake World Championships. You've got legends behind the wheel in both DaHanG and Rapha. And, I mean, it's been a month's time. That's a lot of time for the players to actually learn a little bit of differences. This map hasn't been played and wasn't played at the Quake World Championships. So there is an element of newness there with the new champion too. And it's 5 seconds. We're going to find out who's going to be playing and potentially qualifying for DreamHack Denver on the winner's side. Let's get started.
All right, so we're going to be watching Rapha from the start now. That first soul, 20 seconds. Spawn at the bottom there, sort of near outside. Oh, wow, yep, Rapha getting that sort of early frags in. Any frag you can get close to 20 seconds is going to be game-changing.
Oh,
goes
with
the berserk!
Where are you going? Come back!
That's going to be the soul that's going the way. Oh, no, Clam, okay. He's going to get hold of the first acid there, trying to get hold of the soul himself.
That's a very unfortunate spawn, right into a trail of LG.
Looks like the soul, was it thrown off map? It looks like it was. Waiting for it to respawn, Rapha trying to position himself to pick it up. Oh wow, a quick two-shot with that shotgun. They take a lot of damage in the process though.
Just little things like that, you know, the fact that Doomslayer didn't actually need to sort of manually climb those two rocks, he could just double jump and not get prevented. His sort of path wouldn't be prevented in any way. Unfortunately, he gets taken out and the drop-off goes to Modus for now. 5% and climbing, but here comes the power-up. They also get the quad damage, and for many times we've seen how dangerous of a start you can have. I love the reaction.
Start for Modus. So gets used as well, but they are holding on to this. First pickup, first soul capture. That's kind of the best case scenario start, but whaz coming in. A nice quick double, triple kill coming out here, looking for the fourth. Yep, they get hold of the soul. Oh, nice quick rail. That's the kind of rail we're expecting to see out of whaz.
We saw those rails. We saw those rails non-stop yesterday. Even though he didn't actually win that set in duel, his rail was his star performer. And if you're going to have a dangerous rail, I mean, we saw it from Liths earlier, it's a dangerous asset to have in this game mode, particularly on this map.
Cycling around optimally just round the side. Not the quickest route, but definitely a safer one considering how many people were there trying to stop him. Team Liquid need to hold on to this as long as they can. They need to try and even out this percentage.
But you talk about percentage, yeah, isn't actually that significant yet. 2 minutes on the clock pretty much, but only 10 versus 18.
Oh, yep, Shadow's going to fall down to Sane in that situation. Start a shotgun, trying to throw the soul away, get that distance. whaz gets another rail. And Griffin off maps, throws away the soul, trying to get that reset situation, just to bring as much distance as he can.
I mean, that's one thing you'll see Liquid go to just constantly. If they do not feel like the fight favors them in any way on the obelisk, they will immediately reset that soul.
Well,
I'd rather take the fault.
Imagine Liquid do it too much on this time, though, considering it's their obelisk that's near the sort of the off-map location.
I suppose maybe they must think, well, it's still distance regardless. They might be happier taking it out, but either way, it has actually benefited them. whaz, with that soul in hand, he's probably going to go for the drop-off, but he's going for a bit more of an unpredictable route.
Power up soon in about 10 or so seconds. Now it's a big decision for Modus. Do Modus pile in for the power up, or do they try and take the soul? Oh, hello!
Point blank is right.
whaz with a sneak attack.
Now here comes the power up. It does mean that he's going to have to try and fight for it with the default weapon.
Uh-oh, it's protection on Rapha. He's popped berserk. He's going back towards the obelisk. The soul has been stolen. Question is where they found him. Oh, he off-mapped it.
That's a good call, and that's going to waste so much of protection too. Rapha's likely to win this fight, but here comes the soul.
Thing is though, can anything knock Rapha off this spawn location? He has full armor, loads of health, 2 people trying to pepper him down, 3 people, almost 4 of them with a lightning gun trying to get through. Oh, he's kept it in the air. Still survives thanks to protection.
That was a great play as well, because he was able to just waste a little bit of the soul time, but I think the best play of that power-up sequence was the delayed drop-off to make sure that he waited for Rapha to be point blank or close range, and then he reset the soul, just to use up as much of the power-up as possible. And you can see, it did basically nothing for their percentage.
Still though, Modus, they captured the soul, but almost like immediately lost it before they could barely get hold of 1%, and now Team Liquid do pull ahead into the lead. Yeah, it didn't seem like Griffin had the weapons to deal with that fight at the time. Oh, Yenem on the other hand comes out behind. Severely outnumbered, but DaHanG's going to get that return frag on Yenem.
It's been quite a slow game. Liquid do have the lead now, 40% and climbing. Plenty of members, Modus there, try and challenge. whaz gets sent flying.
Still though, managing to pick up the soul. Not going to opt to throw it off the edge this time, just trying to take it through, but Rapha is there trying to stop him. Gets the gauntlet now, the berserk mode!
Yep, I'd be very, very careful if I were you. Oh, he's chasing it down, but Slash with the speed. She will go faster. Just, again, to remind everyone at home, it doesn't make Doom Guy faster when he pops his berserk. It just instantly puts him to his top speed, which, about 550.
Technically is faster if you're not moving at top speed at the time.
True.
Think about it.
But Slash will still move faster.
Although I get what you're saying, though. It doesn't boost him beyond that. It just shortcuts him to his top speed. Which can be enough in those situations. If you're trying to chase someone down that's not moving very fast. Oh no, him hitting the wall here. Power up going to be up any second, though.
2 seconds. Oh, the reappear.
Oh, and Shadow Master manages to take out 2 quick frags and get hold of quad damage.
Quite a fitting name for a play like that, really. Considering when you actually get one, it's from the Shadows.
He's
the
also
award
playing
you get.
Nyx too. Shadow Master playing Nyx is kind of the most fitting thing, I think.
Still got the lead.
And they're holding on to the obelisk as well. Oh, well. whaz with a nice quick lightning gun kill.
And this is very good for them. Just a few seconds of just unchallenged percentage.
XC Shadow Master trying to shoot down some damage here. Trying to make the most of this quad time.
Oh, nice that was shot. Delicious rail from Sane. I actually love the patience. Waiting that split second for the quad to disappear, and they piled in as a 4-man unit. Still need to actually get it first. Oh, Sane taking the risk on that plasma trail. It does pay off. Alive, but barely.
Right, Yenem though is there, ready to pick up the soul. Oh, Clap tries to get it through, but DaHanG with a quick double kill with a gauntlet.
Very impressive.
Also, DaHanG on the slash. This is quite scary considering how powerful he was on slash in the duel. Oh, spinning around midair.
Doesn't even need to fight.
Let's get that nice quick midair shot. That's from a shotgun. See DaHanG just trying to make it a dangerous place to sit there with the nails, but Shadow Master with that point-blank railgun. Oh, DaHanG's in a lot of trouble. Very vulnerable. There we go. Yenem just speeds around the corner as fast as possible, trying to get that damage, and they're going to try and contest this soul. Probably going to take it at least, but can they get it back to A? We've said it time and time again, but the issue with this is they've been able to sort of fight for the soul, but they've not really been able to deliver it. So as long as it's in limbo, like even if they're not getting percentage, Team Liquid still hold that lead. So it's not going to be too worrying for them. They have the advantage. They can afford to be the team that doesn't need to pile in too heavily. And whaz is already able to take it away. This is the difficulty. Power up also. Even when they can drop this off and then fight for the power up, it'll be a great turnaround if Modus can get it. But if Liquid get this power up now, it might be the end of the round. Now whaz has dropped this off. You know he's going to go straight to the power up. Oh no, maybe not. There's two of Modus here. Can he get the protection? Oh, the telefrag! And Rapha survives, but he's got just enough health to continue fighting. And he also has the protection, so any health pickup at this point is going to get him much healthier. The soul is in transit. It was taken away during all that chaos. Oh, Griffin landing on our rocket. That's not what you want to be landing on at that point. There we go, the protection just about to run out though. Realizing the soul was reset, Rapha ready to pick up immediately, and whaz, there we go, has accepted the pass and is trying to get it back. Well, they did the same thing again, but instead of Rapha being the only one on the soul to try and fight for it, this time whaz was there to pick up the pieces and sort of take the soul back, even though they might reset it one more time because they're still surrounded. Will they even have the chance? Sane, nice and healthy on that armor, but he's still quite weak in terms of health. He's going to try and get it through back towards the obelisk, but hasn't got an injection. Oh, I love that choice. I love the choice to stay up high, acknowledging the enemies nearby. And wow, just the use of the jump pad sort of slipped the net. Even though Sane might fall here, his pathing was perfect there. Oh, Shadow Master got 2 frags. He got both of them. And that has given Liquid an opportunity to come and seize it back immediately. All again. 4 members piling in together. I would say Modus are doing a great job of getting the soul back and pathing it back towards where they need to go, but they really can't seem to hold on to it. Team Liquid are just attacking as a unit every single time, and they can never hold it for too long. But they've taken a bunch of frags, so this is their chance to turn it around. You can see their enemy has the soul. Problem is that they've got, when they drop this off, they just have to make it count. They can't afford to let 5% trickle down any longer. Oh no, the prediction has to go for the reset. That will have to do. If you can't survive, at least waste time. Not too bad in that situation. It's not a bad, I suppose, consolation to take. If it's die with soul and give soul away, it's die with soul and reset soul. Seems like the no-brainer option. We see the quad damage. It's going to be spawning in about 10 seconds time. 8 seconds from the power-up. They can't let Liquid... If Liquid get this quad damage... But they got 2 frags. I would be 3 frags. I would be worried. And there's the plasma trail. And can they even fight for this without dying? They have it. And it's quad. Oh, dear. Master as well. It's going to be Nyx. Doesn't have a ghost walk, but might not need it. Master's just going to sit pretty and wait. Looks like they don't even need him to take those frags. Actually, looks like they chose to reset the soul another time. I mean, Modus, they're resetting the soul almost every time, but they're not really capturing it from it. I still think that was the good call, though, because as you can clearly see, it has done another good job of wasting the quad damage time. Every single time the power-up happens, and they don't get it, but they have the soul, they throw the soul away. No matter how many kills they take during that power-up duration, it's never going to build percentage. However, on the subject of percentage, it hasn't bothered Liquid too much. They do get the 100%. Hard fought, 9.5-minute round. But round 1 has finished, and it's in the favor of Liquid. It was a longer start, but it looks like a pace that Liquid are very comfortable playing. That was a strong round for them. One of the longer ones for sure, but the results speak for themselves. About 100% to less than 50, I believe, from Modus. So looking good for Team Liquid so far. They're playing around. I mean, Modus are dictating a lot of where the soul is going, but Team Liquid are always ready to play off of that. They're always ready to pick it up wherever it's gone, always the ones to catch it if it gets reset. Like, Modus will reset it 9 out of 10 times, but those 9 out of 10 times, Liquid would also be the ones to pick it up when it respawns immediately. Usually it's Rapha too. Rapha seems to be the one that's happy to sit there and take the brunt of the damage. We spent a lot of time playing those tankier champions, and even though Doom Guy may appear a little bit smaller, similar to like a Ranger or something, he's got a deceiving amount of health and armor. There's a soul immediately picked up, throws it up top, but Yenem is there to take it. Probably going to drop off the soul. Yep, very surprised if he didn't. That's going to be the obelisk, going the way of Modus again. Oh, whaz drops immediately. Still though, these frags are starting to be much more in Modus' favor. They are quite weak in terms of health and armor, but they are surviving the fights. And now, the pickup is there. You see 2 people trying to zone off with Nails, and that's going to be there for Modus. Griffin gets it. Much stronger start for Modus this time. Oh no, but geniusly used against them. They weren't able to actually take the soul. He just snuck in and stole it away from them. Yeah, whaz just snuck in at the perfect time there. His entire team dead, but the one left alive was just able to sneak the soul away, and he dropped it off immediately. And now the quad damage is going to be there for a few more seconds before he disappears, but at least Team Liquid were able to get some progress. They passed it back, but Griffin is nowhere near healthy enough, but he used the last few seconds of the quad to get 1 frag and 2. But it's not enough, they drop it off. Oh, rip and tear, he's going again. Oh, no, he dies this time. Sane stops him right dead in his tracks. Tried to go in for the reset. It's going to waste a little bit of time, but... Oh no, he's not able to drop it off. Fumbles the throw. And that's unfortunate. Is he going to have time? I mean, does he even want to reset it now? Should he just wants to get out? But no, it was not his choice to make right there. Unfortunately, no, Shadow Hunter is here. He's going to drop down. 2 frags coming out from Clan Poke. But another slow match. 12% versus 13%. Definitely an even one. That's called the definition of back and forth. Oh, yeah. Looks at the soul. Has the soul been dropped off again? Yeah, it has. Another time, it's going for the reset. Shadow Master kind of has no choice but to sort of play that ranged game with the rail until he gets the LG, which he is going to get now. Because he only had a rail and a regular machine gun. There we go. Zane's going to be kind of hard to stop now. He's got the heavy armor. Another passage. I mean, he's consistently going to that. I think it's really good for Anarchy because the amount of turns it takes really helps build up his movement. But the amount of members of Liquid there just lying in wait. You see there, though, he just really wanted to drop it off, but unfortunately for him, there was 2 members of Liquid there ready. Oh, dear. They're saying got the frag. Looks like Liquid are here, trying to stop it. Nice pass up the top, even though he's going to fall here. Was able to slow down that progress. Yeah, that was a good little angle. Yeah, Modus was there. Clap OK, ready to stop. Is he going to die as well, though? Looks like it, but again, they're just passing it every single place they need to go. They know they're going to die. They're just trying to build that distance between the teams. There's going to be quad damage. Sane has access to it. The chase on whaz, but he's very weak himself. 1 rail, and he is dead. Oh, be Rapha, just a little bit of lightning gun is all he needs. With that quad damage lightning gun on someone like Rapha, you know you're going to be going down for sure. There's the drop off. And with the quad, he's going to be able to get a few, but a little bit of percentage there. I reckon around sort of 5% or so before they're able to fight for it, because that quad, I mean, Rapha with the quad damage, there are fewer players you would rather have quad damage against than Rapha. Still, though, this is a nice change for Team Liquid, even though they have been sort of consistently ahead. This has been a much more even round, but they are pulling in the lead now. And a lot of damage coming out from that LG. Rapha kind of just circling around the outer rim of this point, just trying to hold on to the obelisk. And maybe just kill any aggressors before they can even get in, using that double jump. And Sane's going to drop 2. Numbers are here, and again, you just give Rapha so much damage on this lightning gun. Still the 3 of them here trying to stop. Landed on the acid, trying to use his berserk, but no, he's going to drop, missed the punch. That was unfortunate, fresh off the rail too. I mean, he tried to sort of use the downtime of the rail to get a little bit of guaranteed damage, but wasn't really able to get the distance he needed. One of the weaknesses of Berserk, I think, is that you do really need to be point blank. It doesn't track until the opponent starts to move a little bit, so it can be a bit hard to pinpoint. As was able to capture the soul immediately though. No. Oh, seeing a shotgun. Oh, wow. Huge damage to DaHanG with that point blank rocket. That's all he wanted. Didn't quite waste enough time. There is someone up here lying in wait. Plasma Trail is going to finally get the kill on whaz. 2 kills. He gets a double right there. Now he's got the soul one more time. He don't take a lot of damage, but he has the heavy armor stack. Probably going to win this fight because of it. Yes, Shadow Master's going to fall down. Tries to off-map the soul. Again, that is but that's not the first time he's fumbled the toss. He missed it twice now. But I feel like in a lot of situations, like and I'm not going to go out and say what they're doing is wrong as such, because you know, they're just playing. But like, a lot of the time you'll kind of throw that soul away if you're guaranteed to die and there is no way out you can go. But it seems like almost sometimes Modus might be a little bit too eager to throw off the soul when there's probably a good chance they can run out the normal way and keep together. Also a forced decision, giving up the protection. Can't take the amount of plasma shell we just ate there. DaHanG, he's going to get another gauntlet, make that 2. Doesn't even need the 3rd there, the rest of his team to follow up. It was a beautiful defense. Majority of the protection is still here. DaHanG running around in the ring. Oh, and he swapped at the last minute. That could have been a 3rd gauntlet. Good defense. 75% now to 17. This has gone from a very even back and forth game to complete domination for Team Liquid. They just aren't losing this obelisk at all. They look so comfortable here. But you said it earlier, that they've been so quick to try and go for these reset situations, but even though they're able to sort of waste time and force a fight elsewhere, it's actually not helping them that much. Liquid have had... This is actually more of a dominant win than the last round they played. their ability to recover. They just called. They're ready for that fight. You know, practicing that fight at that soul spawn is something you need to be familiar with, and clearly Liquid are prepared for it every time it happens. Sane has the soul, but getting it back, that's been the difficult thing, and it's going to repeat. DaHanG gets the LG, but it is whaz that's holding onto it. There's the injection too. Rapha's able to pick it up, stacked on that heavy armor as well. It's going to be hard to take him down immediately. They're still here trying. They can't afford to be timid anymore. They have to run in and try and stop. 5% left to go. 4, 3. This is likely to be guaranteed. They're going to pile in as much as possible. Griffin does get a couple of kills. Very crucial indeed. And they've been able to fight back. Unfortunately, they attempted to throw the soul back up, but it allowed one member of Liquid to pick up. Yedem, he needs to fight. But DaHanG with the double! Double kill with the plasma trail as well, but Clamboke returns with his own double. Shadow Master is here, but Sane gets that gauntlet kill. Clutch. Oh, that gauntlet 1v1. Who's going to win here? Oh, and it's going to go towards Sane. He makes his team live to fight another day, but he's wasting time. He's making it go on longer, so now the power-up has become a threat. Oh, there's the rockets. Just tries to off-map. Did it leave? Did it out of bounds? Did he get the throw, or was it just on the floor? We'll soon see, but the quad damages the power-up that appears. Oh no! Sane fumbles his jump! That was a massive error. Will he pay the price? The problem is DaHanG got 2 frags with that suicide. That's 3 of the 4 of them gone, but they've not captured it yet. The soul isn't there. It's DaHanG who has quad. All he needs is one good rail and you are dead. Oh, this is quad damage. And the power-up. Oh dear. Just like here, the obelisk, they have it, but he's waiting. Griffin with the quad. No, the quad, sorry, the gauntlet. The quad's still on DaHanG, and he's managing to clean up the point. So many frags left, right, and center. DaHanG goes down, though. Sane needed that double, and he was able to secure it, but still, getting out alive at this stack, it's so hard to do. He has the rest of his team to help him, but they need to make sure they deliver it now. They can't waste any more time. This is so impressive for Modus, though. The odds are severely stacked against them for the longest time, but they are denying this 1%, this final percent, over and over again. Oh, Sane, surely not. No, whaz gets the best of no 1v1. Unfortunately, Sane misses a crucial couple of shots with a shotgun. You talked about the importance of 1v1s earlier on. How about that? Well, if you won that 1v1, it would have potentially let you sort of follow suit and chase down the soul, but it's been denied. They head him off. A nice ambush. Clamboke used his acid, but there we go. Goes for the out of bounds again. Going to use a lot of time here. It's going to reset, but over and over again, when they reset and they respawn the soul, it's usually Liquid that picks it up. Now Modus going to have to try and do the opposite here. There we go. They're managing to clean them off the point. Yeah, there's that plasma trail. Pops. Yep, Yedem's going to get a kill with it. So we'll be up any second now. There it is. Oh, Rapha from behind. And 2 members of Modus go down. Shadow is up here with the soul. Going to be easily navigated with this team. All 4 members now alive and healthy. And now whaz with that heavy armor. Protection or the power-up spawning in 10 seconds might not necessarily be protection. We'll soon find out. Time. They haven't got long to decide here. I mean, even with 5 seconds left, I don't think they have time. They have to pile in on this point because they give up 1% and this map is over. Okay, so in this situation, they have to deny here, but all it takes is one of Liquid to go. Oh my days! Rapha with the punch to the back of the head. That might have been the kill that ends it. Sane though, Sane. On the, actually no, yeah, Sane was able to go back and try and get the power up, but it wasn't enough. He died on the point. He was by himself, and Team Liquid working as a unit to take that first map very convincingly. Slowly but surely, they were able to take that map in the end. It was kind of weird really, because it was a dominant win, but normally a dominant win on Sacrifice takes a long time. You know, a dominant win in Sacrifice is about 3-4 minutes. That was a steady win. It was a dominant win, just not a fast one, because they don't need to play at that speed. If they're happy to draw it out and just play really well from start to finish and make sure that they're, I mean, no, there is no realistic time limit. I know it can go to a maximum of 30 minutes, but we're realistically probably not going to see that at the moment. You know, fingers crossed. I even think the time limit might even be like an hour now. It was extended recently, so I say recently, a while ago, but it's a longer time limit. It's still unlikely to reach that point. Oh yeah, unless you just have a 99 to 99 exchange that lasts like half an hour. I don't think I'm prepared to eat my words because there's plenty of time for it to be wrong, but I don't think we will ever see that limit be reached in Sacrifice. I don't think the nature of the game mode can allow for like an hour-long game, you know. But either way, what it came down to was, I think the game plan of how to defend was, we have a better job fighting at the reset location than we do fighting at their obelisk. So they would attempt to constantly throw it out of bounds consistently. But even then, Liquid were, I mean, clearly the team comms were there. They were saying, look, guys, they've reset it. Let's go towards that location and just win that fight and bring it back. Liquid were just able to come off better in that exchange almost every single time. Rapha played incredibly well with Doomslayer there. His knowledge of actually when to use Berserk aggressively, haven't really seen that a lot. But even at the very end there, when there was one person left, all they needed to do was get that one frag, and Rapha piles in third person, smack into the back of the head. Anarchy goes down. And they win the entire map on that, because it's like, right, now it's time to use my Berserk aggressively. I'm going to punch this guy's lights out, and I'm going to win the map. So, the question is, do we see them stick with the same thing? Because it looks like the next map is going to be Burial Chamber, which we've seen a lot today, as it is. It's definitely a map that the players are getting more and more confident on the longer we go through with competitive Quake champions. But now, this is again a qualification match. The winner of this match is going to be making their way to DreamHack Denver, where they can play for that prize pot in Sacrifice. We've seen our 2 European teams. This is winners bracket action, so the winner of this will be going, and then the loser will get a second chance in the lower bracket. But, I mean, when you've come this far, you don't want to be losing now. You want to make sure that you're getting that dominant first win. You know, you're going to be the first team to secure yourselves, and Liquid have consistently just been one of the top American teams for Sacrifice from start to finish, and we're kind of seeing why. Well, it looks like for now that that's kind of remaining the case, but the set's not over. You know, they could still totally pull this one back, and that really is the thing I noticed. Was it was a hard-fought match. Both rounds were long, but they were dominant wins. The percentage did make the difference. It just took a long time to reach that point. Burial Chamber, there's more opportunities for things to go out of bounds, so we could definitely see the same thing again. Here comes the champion select. I did notice in the menu that Rapha was highlighting Sorlag instead of Doomslayer, so there might be a bit of a variable pick. As you can see, Rapha actually yet to pick his final champion, so we may find out. And it is going to be Sorlag. Also, shouts to the Team Liquid colours, as always. I mean, that's not the first time we've seen him go for that. No, he's sticking to that blue through thick and thin, and it makes sense, right? Cosmetics are important. Represent your team colours at the end of the day. But Burial Chamber, this is quite a popular match, I think, for Sacrifice, because it does have that element where the 2 points are, they're quite different. And one's, I would say one's easier to hold than the others, but it's definitely more that I think Obelisk A, that church, the cathedral, it's a preferred option. If a team is neutral, they tend to fight for that one. I don't know whether it's just because of just the walls, you know, the fact that you can really put up that brick wall defense, especially if you've got like a Sorlag at your back. But that bridge in the middle, getting the power up, being as out in the open as you can possibly be. This is probably one of the hardest maps to actually fight for the power up because of how everyone will just focus fire into that location. It's hard to miss. But it's also one of those maps where throwing the soul out of bounds is a very attractive strategy for a lot of the map. There are a lot of points you can do that on and, you know, sometimes take yourself down with it in certain situations. But we see that a lot on this map. And that is definitely a strategy that it seems that Modus are consistently going towards. And they will be able to do the same thing on this. The question is, do they do it the same amount? Do they even need to? You know, if they manage to take themselves in the lead, they might not need to sort of resort to that as much as perhaps they are. But I think a big part of this is Liquid, right? They just seem to consistently be very strong. Even though they're not like having massive wins every left, right, and center, they are consistently doing well, and they're always finding themselves with a soul more often than not. Well, Burial Chamber was the map that kind of like originated that strategy, but we're going to be going in. We are good to go. Team Liquid versus Modus Operandi. They have to win this map to stay in the fight, otherwise Liquid will win with a 2-0, and they're going to dominantly move into DreamHack Denver on the winner's side, and that will affect their seeding too. It will indeed, but a few seconds away from that first soul. What's going to happen here? Looks like Liquid already... Oh, DaHanG with the double gauntlet. Oh, whaz hitting one rail. Oh, hitting 2 rails. And now, all that progress done. Now he has to be careful. If he dies near that cathedral, he's just going to drop the soul, and Modus is going to capture it instead. There you go, though. Rapha is able to clean up the place first, let him safely go in to capture the Obelisk, and Obelisk A is now activated. But in enough time that I feel like Liquid actually are now able to fight for that power-up. You know, 15 seconds left and they take the capture. That's a lot of time for them to pile in there, but many frags going in the favor of Modus. This could be a free power-up, and it is quad damage. It is the quad, but it's on Nyx, who's very squishy. I mean, sometimes you never really know what the power-up is going to be. So in some occasions, oh, point blank. In some occasions, you'll be like, I really feel like I wish that was protection because I won't survive if it's quad. But here, they've not had a hard time passing it on. Oh, looks like Rapha comes up behind. He's not able to seize everything. At the same time, though, that's a very good pickup. Rapha able to take it away very low here. Oh. Up again. Oh, that turnaround rail! That was so sick! That's the kind of shot we need to see from whaz, and time after time, he is delivering them right as he needs to. But yeah, I'm going to take this away. Actually, looks like it's been quite hard for Liquid to hold on to it for a good amount of time, but Modus are yet to capture it to the Obelisk. Liquid have not let them safely make it through yet. Oh, on that plasma shell, going to pick him up a kill. Very weak though, yeah, DaHanG's going to finish him off. They've got a start. You know, they have that percentage lead, but it's not hugely, like, significant just yet. That soul went flying. I don't quite think it went out of bounds. And I did reset. It must have bounced off forward rather than behind. But there we go. Big fight taking place in the catacombs. But again, though, it was reset and Liquid picked it up immediately. Every time Modus goes to the reset, it is usually Liquid that will get it. It's almost like delaying the inevitable when Liquid are going to pick up the soul.
It's not been a problem for them so far, has it? I mean, they've been more than happy to take it.
I mean, case in point, they could have lost possession of the Soul at least 4 or 5 times already, but it's still 28-0. Modus are yet to actually put it off.
whaz, he has been, like, in some ways, like the unsung hero so far. Oh, and just, there we go. Doesn't even have a rail. Doesn't even need a rail. That kill was still guaranteed.
That was a really nice follow-up.
He's about to rectify that. There we go, rail in hand.
40% and climbing. This is a really good lead for Liquid. But the power-up seconds away from spawning. Oh, this is one shot. Crucial miss, unfortunately.
Here comes the power-up. It's able to swiftly take him out. And there's the telefrag, the strength of Nyx. But whaz, he's just going to run in and just swiftly take away that protection.
Really nice quick rocket jump there to make sure he's there to pick up the protection too. Going to get the mega health. He's going to be very hard to take down now. Liquid have lost the soul. Radius do have it currently. Try and track him down.
Trying to waste that time, as always. They've been able to throw the soul out one more time. But for another time, the reset happens and Liquid come off better in the exchange. Oh, oh no, he misses the point-blank rail! Misses the final shot, but whaz with the turnaround. He won't miss his right there.
And now that's 50% to 0. This is a great lead for Liquid. Again, they've lost the soul plenty of times, but their ability to immediately get it back and deny Modus any form of safe passage has just been unparalleled. Oh, from that shot, he's heard that dull thud before that one connected. Oh, Rapha gets knocked off. Oh no, Rapha gets the kill.
So many front flips. Oh my days.
Rapha drops, but again, they have the soul, but how far can they get before he dies? When he has 18 health, pass it over to a healthier friend. Griffin's going to pick it up.
Plasma trail to try and keep them safe.
Oh no, hits the wall with a soul toss.
Here comes Shadow. Swaying there with the gauntlet, making things so much more difficult.
And that's 3 frags in the favor of Liquid. I think they're probably not going to lose this soul now.
They got so close to dropping off, but they still haven't been able to. 0% on Modus. I mean, they're fighting for their lives, but they're just not able to get that final hurdle. The delivery of the soul has been too difficult.
Yeah, this time, though, it was DaHanG that was able to off-map from quite a considerable distance away. And whaz has it. Gonna drop, though. Soul almost back towards Liquid territory. Clamp okay, going for that off-map again, trying to reset the soul positioning.
In 5 seconds, we're going to have not only the soul, but we are going to have power up. So these guys are going to have to make a choice. Amp tries to fight for quad, but just saving that acid spit until the last minute. Rapha's got quad damage, but it doesn't last long. Just was not healthy enough. And now Griffin, even though he himself has no health, he's got a quad. Is he going to get one shot? No, is unable to do anything with it.
But Clamp OK able to salvage the soul and the quad damage. Pretty well played from Clamp OK, being there to try and escort his friend, but also being the one to capture if he needs to. He does drop though, whaz is going to take him out, and it looks like Liquid are here in force again, trying to stop it. 2 of Modus here trying to stop, but they will both fall down to the quad damage LG from whaz. He's going to take hold of the soul too. So mega health now, he's in a great position to capture this back again. Now the power-up is worn off. Liquid with a commanding lead.
But this map is superb, Frankie. I mean, that left-hand side when you're making this run. Oh no, they both try and meet him with the gauntlet, but they're unsuccessful.
DaHanG just chops everyone into little pieces, Same going in as well. And Yenem get that nice tri-bolt kill, but Shadow and Rapha here again. Ready to get those frags when they need to, and Liquid again starting to build on this percentage once more.
Plenty of members of Liquid there to defend Yenem. He just went face first into 3 members, but they've actually been able to get a couple of frags. This is a good result for them. Oh, Rapha still standing.
That rail does fall down before the second one connects, but knows he's done a chunk of damage at the very least. They've been trying to contest here.
Has to throw the soul out to a healthier teammate. 20 health is not going to be enough, but just look at how many members of Liquid just piled into that one. They only need 8%, they're going to take this round. It's been quite another slow round in comparison, but once more, another dominant round, regardless of the time.
DaHanG doing a good job defending so far, but there is just so many frags going on all over the place. But a nice quick double kill from whaz on that railgun. Exactly what he needs to do.
100%. It's been built up, and that's going to be a successful round. Team Liquid are on match point. 1 round away from qualifying dominantly for DreamHack Denver.
That's all it takes. I mean, that was a quicker round than we've seen before. Usually has sort of averaged around 9 minutes in the first map, but that one a little bit less so. Liquid looking to really bring this one through. I mean, they just seem to be great at. They die, they respawn, they group up, they attack. They die, they respawn, they group up, they attack. And consistently, it just has been too much for Modus to handle.
Well, a lot of the Team Liquid roster, they have extensive experience in team games currently, you know what I mean? Like, it's not been 100% Quake for these guys. They have just that synergy between them as players. They've been able to build up over the years, and they're just putting it to use right here. You know, the deaths, they're not causing massive problems. They're just grouping up together and going, right, what is our next course of action? And they take it.
Okay, looks like Liquid are going to be able to get this Obelisk again, shooting a rocket just in case, but it's in fact Rapha that's coming in, so nothing to worry about yet.
Still 1 versus 3 at this point in time. Yenem just can't fight it. He goes down right as the rest of his team go in, and I think they have to try and change their mind on the power-up, but have they even got enough time to get this power-up now?
I say they have to be very careful when they decide to go for this now. So many of them have died. Shadow Mark's going to take him out. 3 kills, 4 kills, a complete team wipe.
The problem is
Liquid.
They piled in. I mean, they dedicated everything to that power-up, but every single one of them died. They just gave it up. And now they're going to allow Liquid to pile on the percentage, and we've seen before, if they don't contest this soul, it's going to be basically at least a guaranteed 30% before this quad is finished.
Very nice shot from Rapha there, from inside the point. He decides to come in, but no! Too little too late. Sane, there's the suicide, dropping off the quad damage to DaHanG. He's going to pick it up easily. And now Liquid already with that 30% lead. The power-up just wearing off now. Teammates quite low. He's going to get one of them.
Just like that, quad runs out 30% to nothing. I mean, that really is kind of like the average to expect. Oh, so much acid from Rapha there. He's going to get a couple from the grave as well.
Rapha just appeared, spit up everywhere, died, but took most of the team with him. There's that rocket jump. He's going to get intercepted. He's going to get picked up. Look, already Liquid, every single one of them here, ready to stop the capture. Such an amazing decision to just always be there to stop them from capturing it every time.
Oh, gets stopped on the way. Reset.
Still though,
have another fight taking place towards the middle, and the difference actually between Tempest Shrine and Burial Chamber though is when the reset occurs, the soul respawns back in the center a lot faster. So you don't have as much time to really plan your attack. You've just got to pile into that middle and make sure that with the time you have.
Oh, good shot from Griffin on whaz on the way in though.
Oh yeah. But that time difference will make a difference. Liquid, look how many members of that team are very weak. It might be quite difficult for them to defend, but Rapha with a huge stack, it doesn't really matter. That's the one-man army, but Yenem does manage to finish up. Any members left to fight. Shadow picks him off.
Still Liquid are controlling this 40%. Griffin's going to get a nice double kill with the machine gun. Oh! But DaHanG is going to put a stop to him there and now start to build the percentage up again. More and more this is going towards Liquid. This is so difficult for Modus. Whoa, what happened to him there?
Into orbit.
Indeed. From inside the building.
52% against nothing, but it seemed, I don't want to say slow because it's only 3 minutes in. Griffin has the quad, but he's not able to do anything with it. He is caught out.
The problem is that is consistently happening though. Picking up the quad damage, yeah, we say it before. Oh! It makes you public enemy #1, but so long you can last. Oh! DaHanG just annihilated.
Rapha survives too. Yep, 1 extra shotgun, but still need to escape. Plenty of quad, so they should be able to deliver this if Yenem is able to get a couple of clean shots. Rapha goes down. Plenty of members left to go.
And this is a much better sequence for Modus. I mean, they had the quad damage, but they still grouped up as a 4. They're able to take the power up and then move as a unit. That's what Team Liquid have been doing the whole time, and Modus now trying to have the same level of teamwork. They've managed to build up their first map percentage for the map.
They were able to use the quad to secure the soul, but I'm curious as to how well they're going to be able to defend without it. Looks like they're having a little bit of a hard time. They've exchanged a couple and Liquid just piling in. No worries whatsoever. They just breeze into that base.
Rapha passing over to a teammate, passing it to DaHanG. Oh, who gets taken out by a rail from behind.
Sane gets a couple of those, actually. DaHanG and Rapha soon to follow.
Yenem drops it off again. That was really smart for Modus. Team Liquid are halted in their progress again.
I think that's one of the things about the spawns of Sacrifice in this game mode, where if you actually all get wiped, you're actually going to sort of spawn towards the middle of the map. So even though you've all been taken out, when they try and take the soul back, you're actually going to be closer to the enemy's obelisk than they are. So it gives you a good chance to sort of group up, pile in, and win the next fight before they can drop it off safely.
It's almost better to die as a team than one at a time, because then you'll respawn near each other, you can move in as a unit to try and stop. But whaz trying to get through, but misses the shot. Clamp OK is going to take him out, get hold of the soul, and move it back towards B.
Oh, fumbled that rocket boost a little bit. Didn't really get a boost of speed, but did unnecessary self-damage.
He died for it, but was able to pass over the soul at least.
I see a little telefrag there on Griffin. Well played. 5 seconds away from this power-up. If Liquid get the power-up, they can pile in, but if Modus get the power-up instead, they can defend effectively. It's protection. Actually, no, we'll see. It's actually, no, it's actually indeed going to be protection. Tactical suicide, Rapha. Saw how good protection is, kind of scary.
Still though, he only has a rocket launcher and a machine gun, so not maybe the best of weapons for a lot of situations. Has himself an LG now, picked up off their body.
They're doing a good job of piling up the percentage, but the danger is Rapha still has a nice chunk of the protection left. There's the speed boost. Oh, make that another one. He is going at top speed. And there is the delivery.
Oh, no!
Oh, stopped in his tracks!
He hit the top of the archway for a split second, and it was enough time for Yenem to just come in out of nowhere and take him out.
But whaz, a healthy whaz, has the soul. Can he deliver in time? Oh, he's surrounded. It's a good thing whaz was able to survive there. Very good movement. And whaz's movement, it's been his aim and movement combined. I guess just general execution, really. It's been impressive. We saw it yesterday.
Good. Oh, quick rail, but that looked like a tough one to hit. Liquid, though, they are in the lead. This is match point. If they win this round, they qualify for DreamHack Denver. 20% left, separating them between qualifying and having to play another round.
Plenty of members of Liquid. They've got a lot of equipment, lots of weapons. Oh, almost gets a double. Good rocket right there. Is it enough to stop the advance?
So was reset again, though. But again, Liquid, even though it's reset, Liquid are ready to pick it up all the time. Who has it now?
Oh, Clamp.
Still Liquid.
It was Clamp, but he got taken out by that gauntlet quickly.
Whaz trying to get through, only has a rocket launcher and a machine gun.
Wow.
Mid-air rocket shotgun, I should say. Saying able to get it, but a lot of damage from behind. But look, actually sped him up.
Yeah, I think sometimes Anarchy wants to get LG from behind if he's going to survive it, because it just makes him so fast.
Shadow Master here trying to take it back, but Yenem is going to take himself a frag, but then unfortunately died to DaHanG. And Liquid of 85%, 61. Modus is doing a good job of
Here comes his power up. It's going to be quad damage. Whoever gets this, I mean, they're going to put themselves at great risk. I mean, he took so much damage to get it Clamp. Is he going to be able to do anything with the quad? He took it direct on his way in.
Rapha did die trying to chase him down. The heavy armor is there. If Clamp can get it, it'll be a lot more dangerous. There we go.
Now he just became a lot more lethal. 100 armor. They have to delay. They have to waste this time. They can't really push in. I think whaz acknowledges that.
No, whaz is still trying to, but there he is, waiting. Gonna get the frag, but quad damage just about to run out, though. Unfortunately for Liquid, Modus are nowhere near their obelisk. Passing over to Sane, passing over to a more mobile champion, very smart. Nice rocket jump, and he's going to get through safely. There we go, there's the drop-off.
He wins this what? I was going to say 1v1. That was not a 1 versus 1 for very long. The entire roster of Liquid just piled in on that obelisk.
Doing well so far. So, Master just trying to get past into the gauntlet. But no, Rapha is going to salvage it, and whaz once again has dropped it off. 15% left to go. There we go, Slash running in at full speed. Is she going to survive?
Oh, the ring around the rosy around the obelisk. That's such a classic act now. We see that so often. We get a huge amount. whaz is still alive. I mean, he'll output as much damage. The fact he even managed to get one frag at that low health is a bonus. He'll take that trade.
They stole the soul, but got up immediately. Griffin. Use that speed. He's probably going to die here, trying to pick it up. Oh, not enough health. DaHanG getting a nice double kill with a machine gun, I should say.
They built a lot of percentage. They've got 6% left. I mean, Modus, it's a tall order at this stage. So much work to do in a short space of time.
DaHanG here trying to get that frag. If DaHanG wins this fight, do well. He was able to do it. Nice machine gun again. DaHanG actually getting very accurate with the machine gun. Dropped off the soul again. There we go. Managing to use the reset properly this time. Resets into the soul pickup. He's heavily outnumbered here.
No, he used that damage.
Stepped into the acid. If he gets low enough, he's going to die to acid at the very least.
They are starting to climb it. I mean, if they can sit on this point.
I mean, we've seen harder comebacks.
But here's the power up. That's why no one's going in for 11. But just look at how much damage he's managed to output. Rapha has the protection and plenty of health. Now this could be the game changer. They have the soul too.
Making them health. The soul is going back towards Modus. But Liquid can go in together as of 4. With this protection, they could be better off. But there's one kill, two kills.
No. He just collected the mega.
3 of them go down.
So many frags. And they're going to have protection left to go.
Still though, Modus went from like 70% to 91. They're doing a much better job, but no, he loses all of his momentum. Rapha has to be careful here. The protection's run out. He only has 100 health. Going in with the gauntlet.
Oh, no!
Tries to get it, but no, not enough damage on the point. He's going to drop down though, seeing gets the kill. But DaHanG is there to clean up.
Look at how many members of Team Liquid are on this point, and they've been able to secure it. I mean, at the end of that round, you almost really think, and that was another 9.5 round too. It was pretty close by the end of it, but in typical Team Liquid fashion, being able to show that they are indeed still the most dangerous team in North America, and they're moving into DreamHack Denver on the winner's side. That was very impressive, but I mean, hard fought Indeed, that was a difficult bout.
It's another one of those series where it wasn't really a complete stomp, but they still didn't lose any rounds to go in. Liquid just, they have the right game plan, they have the right idea, and it works. They work well as a team, they are accurate when they need to be. DaHanG is just consistently that just tanky defender. I mean, it works together. The four of them blend very well, and obviously can't forget about Shadow Master just being there on the right time all the time. I think it's a good unit of 4 players, not surprised to see them succeed, and we'll be seeing them again at DreamHack in Denver.
I was very impressed with what we saw there, and I think they're going to be very happy going into DreamHack 2. I mean, some of these guys were invited for duel, but because of the sacrifice, there was no invited teams. They had to just qualify. It's been quite a good way of sort of showing the world that they are still, you know, top competition. They did incredibly well at the World Championships, and they are continuing to do well. Just want to show you guys, it's 4 teams in total, and we have 3 of them locked in and confirmed. Stacked used to be Not Too Fast, but now they've had a little bit of a roster change. And the WinRAR licensed salesmen have made it into DreamHack also. And we've just seen Team Liquid on North America. There's one more team to go.
Indeed, but we're going to get our next match underway, which will be the final match. Well, maybe, but depends how much we have left to go. If this is the final qualifier match, at the very least, this will be the last match, maybe, of the broadcast. But we'll be right back while we get this next game underway. Don't go anywhere, because Quake Champions will be right back.